And we are live. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MMS European Formula Open Season 1 and Round 3 of the Championship. And today we are in a very special place, wouldn't you agree, Miran?
Yes, indeed. We're here at the Monaco circuit for the crown jewel of the EFO season. Round 3 of the championship takes us to no other place than the Principality itself.
Yeah, a track coveted in real life history finally returns to MMS after a long break. And I think it's a very good situation that we're finally back at the circuit with not one but two series at once today, pretty much.
Yeah, it is going to be really exciting, I have to say, for the return of Monaco to MMS. And I think we're going to be treated with yet another spectacle of EFO at this track. Last time out, obviously, it was a bit hectic, so hopefully things should calm down around the streets of Monaco.
I hope so as well. So without further ado, Miran, I'm going to quickly blast through the grid, and the honours, as always, will go to you on the first lap. So here we go. On pole position, surprisingly, Ollie Katzenberg with his first pole position in EFO. The Red Bull Racing team really put out a good car to give the German pole position. Joining him on the first row is Radko Betes, no surprise there. I believe the man who is leading the championship at the moment. Yes, he is. By 9 points from Carrasco. Yeah, he is putting on a very good show. Then you have Moreira followed by Soilu. Arbalest, one of the two drivers that debuted today. Arbalest is replacing Pedro de la Lamy after he quit the series due to safety concerns, and he will not return, so the Dutchman replaces him full-time for the rest of the season. You have Kara, Johnson, Van der Velde, finally a good qualifying session from the Belgian, Zdenek Svoboda. Then we have Sergio Carrasco, P2 in the championship, and the second rookie, Gabriela Janečková from the Czech Republic. Janečková and Svoboda are making the Italian team of Durango fully Czech for this race. Pretty cool statistic. Then you have Ismail Afakuri and Hermindo Umbaldo Manzanares, Giannis Romano, Tamer de Jong, Said El Alawi, very poor qualifying session from the Moroccan, Distan Marino Iwasaki with a decent qualifying, Van der Walle, Brown, Castillejo, Wattenberg, Wilhelm with a horrible qualifying session, Aguirre, Kaminski, Tander, seriously low down the order in the 27th position. Vervish, Valiak, Moreira, Nawawi, Gallagher, Stuna, David Morris Pearson also low compared to his usual race pace. Gaizu, Keith, Royce and Leif Berger rounds off the field. And Miran, we're ready to go.
Yes, so let's go racing then in the Principality around the streets of Monte Carlo as the cars are revving up and the lights are coming on. As we are underway here at Monaco, good start for Betis, even better one for Miguel Moreira there in third, but he's going to get blocked off as Betis is going to go round the outside, heading into Sandevalt. The two go wheel to wheel, heading up the hill. Radko Betis will take the lead here at Monaco as Katzenberg's fallen down to second. There in the background, I think, is Ari Soilu, fending off Hayden Arbalest. Arbalest is going to go round the outside, up into fourth. Great start for the Dutchman, it has to be said, but Betis will lead heading off the first lap.
Now into the run to the hairpin. Soiler is getting overtaken by Jack Kara as well. Soiler will have the inside line, so he'll be able to defend here. He goes a bit wide. Kara tries to go for a switchback on him. They were side by side for a moment there, but Soiler does defend the position. Mitch Johnson to the inside of Svoboda and Van der Velde. A bit of contact with the wall there, but he keeps it going. Clean start though at the moment. Tamer de Jong climbing a few positions. Yes, he has. He's up into 16th as he gets through Sofia Romano. I don't think anyone got damage. At least everyone still is in this race. A bit of a moment. Side by side between Carrasco and Svoboda. This corner cut is allowed. This is just your standard R Factor AI shenanigans. But yeah, as you said, Radko Betis comfortably in the race lead at the moment. You can see Gallagher and Pearson side by side on the run to the swimming pool section. Pearson gets a nice move going, and I think he's done it. Yes, he has. That's Guy Zhu pushing his way through Adric Keith. I think there's been a sound of a crash. But I don't think there has been actually any damage. There's just a mirror on the road there. No one into the pit lane, so I think everyone is through fine.
Yeah, Katzenberg though has taken quite a resounding lead as he's made an overtake into La Rascas on the inside line. There was barely any room there, but he made it work.
A beautiful move from Ollie Katzenberg on the streets of Monaco. You really can't overtake, so this is something quite astonishing from the German driver. Shows that he has the pace. Obviously, feature race winner at Monza last week.
Indeed. He is making his push for the championship, considering his last 2 results have been outside the points, and we wanted to make up for it in these coming rounds.
Yeah, Katzenberg ran unfortunate. He got a P2 in the first race of the championship, then didn't finish in the points, then didn't finish, but got classified in the first race at Monza, and then he won. So a really up and down season for Ollie, but looks like it's starting to stabilize as Iwasaki and Wattenberg have had a bit of a moment there. Iwasaki does stay in front though. Back to the leaders. It is a pretty nice tight top 3 fight between Betes, Moreira and Katzenberg.
Yeah, Moreira is showing good pace as well in third. He had a really great getaway off the line, but wasn't able to make any overtakes. But that is Betes almost turning Katzenberg round, heading into the Raskas. And lucky to not end in tears there.
Yeah, Betes, he bounced off the wall though, lucky to not have any damage. And then Katzenberg, so lucky to not flip here. Overall, no one got any damage out of this, so congratulations to the drivers. That was too risky, unnecessarily.
Indeed. Don't think any penalties will be dished out for that though, as there is, I think Valjak was going wheel to wheel with Nawawi, and the Malaysian's gonna get the Croatian as Moreira touches the barrier and almost gets spun round, but that is gonna compromise him majorly on exit.
Indeed, and look at this, the battle for the lead has now tightened with Hayden Arbalest going to the inside of Moreira. The rookie driver is going for the podium positions, but now Soiler comes back. Also, fun fact, Arbalest means spearhead, if I understood it correctly, so rather feisty surname for the driver, who's so far been doing very well fighting through the grid.
Yeah, I have to say he's doing a fantastic debut performance at the moment. And if he keeps things up like this, who knows where he's going to end up, because we've got a long season ahead of us. But Ratko Betes still on the back of Katzenberg. We'll see if he's going to try anything in these following corners. Right now, he's not looking too close, and he might have to worry about Miguel Moreira behind, but this field is so tightly packed together, you never know what's going to happen.
There's a yellow flag, as there's been a massive accident, and that's Tamer de Jong into the wall.
Oh my
goodness. What are you doing? And that's Carrasco out as well. What was Carrasco crashed out in all of this? No, Carrasco crashed out on his own. But oh my... what happened here? De Jong, what are you doing? He looks up and then bam! Straight into 2 cars. That might be a very serious penalty for Tamer de Jong in the making. But what happened to Sergio Carrasco? Oh, he was also taken out? Yeah, he was taken out by Janec Kova. Oh, so double trouble at Monaco.
Yeah, that's going to be a...
It's a big pile-up. With 3 minutes to go. I do hope the field sorts itself out. It should do. I did not account for this happening in the race. Yeah, Carrasco also making a bit of a roadblock here. Please sort yourself out, boys. Obviously, De Jong will be penalised as well as Janec Kova. That goes without saying. As Guy Zhu seems to be a bit stuck.
Henry J. Brown's trying to reverse his way out of the situation. But, yeah, big shame for all the drivers involved.
Yeah, and Betes has retaken the race lead in all of this. Has a bit of a damage on his car, I think, from the move he sent previously, but it looks like he finally has done it into Raskas without nearly flipping Ollie. Yep, nicely done there. Moreira also tried to go for Ollie, but Ollie did defend his position on the exit of the corner, so good stuff there from those lads.
Yeah, great stuff from Ratko Betes once again. As a lot of people have gained positions from this chaos. Saeed El Alawi is up into 13th, and Kyle Wilhelm is up into 12th.
Yep, Tamer de Jong still on the circuit. Why did he not despawn? And look at Moreira, he tried to go for something here, didn't work.
Oh.
And oh, that's a... Oh. Well, de Jong's cleared. Ish. Okay, they got it sorted. De Jong's out of the racing line, but what happened to Hayden Arbalest? I don't think we can say anything more.
I mean, I fear that is a bit on him.
Yeah, he did. That is a big
He just suddenly started accelerating out of nowhere. I don't know. There wasn't really any gap he could go for.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I think that is going to be on him. But Ari Soilus got damage as well from that incident.
Very unfortunate.
And look who's in third. Matthias van der Velde has gotten himself up to third out of all this.
Yeah, Van der Velde out of nowhere. Moreira's still in fourth. Out of all of this, wait, where's Janechkova? There is Janechkova, but she has damage. Out of all of this, Saeed El Alawi is now into the points. Any more surprising figures will definitely mean Kaminsky being promoted to the points, and Kyle Wilhelm up in 10th.
Yeah, Zarilis as well is in the points. So that is pretty good. But yeah, a tiny bit hectic on the first race here. Either way, we're going to see Ratko Betes and Ole Katzenberg head down into the chicane. Katzenberg isn't able to make a move, though he gets very, very close.
Iwasaki's out of the race as well. Oh, Iwasaki got stuck behind De Jong. And that's his race done. And so unfortunate because Tomoya was doing really well today. Oh, and that is on him. Just try to get through the traffic quicker. I accidentally pressed the wrong button as well. Katzenberg going for Betes though, and I don't think it will work. Van der Velde getting involved here. We're going to go with a front row seat to this battle. Katzenberg, a lot of contact here. And here we go, final lap of the race.
Yeah, now things are gonna get interesting as Matthias van der Velde is involved in all this, and same with Miguel Moreira, who has gotten himself back up into the leading pack.
And that is damage to Aguirre. I think that was sustained during all of those accidents, but I'm just gonna check to make sure. You never know these guys. I don't think we can penalize anyone for incidents that happen here. This is just AI shenanigans. The only real people that deserve a penalty would be De Jong and Janechkova for causing all of this. And those penalties might be hefty.
As we're now going to head down into the hairpin. You can see Katzenberg, Betes, Van der Velde and Moreira really packed together, and then there in the background you have Jack Cara as well. But the question is, will Ole Katzenberg try anything, and if he will, when?
Well, you should try and move as soon as possible. You know, this is last lap. This is an opportunity to win another race in a row for the German lad here. But the question is, will Ole find the space? Obviously, Larascas would be the best corner. But will he be close enough to do so? I don't think he will be. Betes is pulling away through the swimming pool here. Katzenberg does catch up a bit. Betes so close to the ball here. Is it going to be enough space to send it? I don't think it is, and it isn't.
And yeah, coming around Larascas, then it will be the man taking his third win of the season. Ratko Betes wins in Monaco.
And the sprint race goes to him. Honourable mention Van der Velde. On the podium, first podium of the season for the Belgian driver. Very nice stuff. Wilhelm capitalised on all of this. Beautiful drive from him, same with Alaoui. Manzanares gained only one position out of all of this.
Yeah.
You can see Kaminsky and and Arbalest, having a bit of a squabble, but Nothing comes out of that. Then you have Romano, Vervish. Pearson gained a lot of positions, but still didn't manage to get himself into the points. And who's the final car on the circuit? That's Aguirre, who's been lapped. And he's already crossed the line, so we're just waiting for these guys here with Guy Zhu at the end of the pack to finish the race.
Yeah, still a pretty eventful race with those two incidents, but at least we had a very undisturbed fight for the race lead.
Yeah, so here we go, that's the race done. Kyle Wilhelm gets the fastest lap point. It's a very, very good race for him. And there is your sprint race winner. Short break, guys. I'm gonna get the results to you, gonna get the feature race going. And yeah, give us like 2 minutes. And we're back from the intermission already with qualifying results done for the feature race. And Miran, I think we can agree it's a wild one.
Yeah, it is a bit of an upside down result, but yeah, I think it's going to be interesting.
So, we're gonna take you now to the grid, and we're gonna do the same. I'm gonna quickly rush through it, and we're gonna give you the race, but certainly not what anyone could have expected.
Indeed, we have got a brand new pulsator, that's to say the least.
So, here we go. Brand new pulsator, Gabriela Janeczkova, who's been awarded a 15-second time penalty for the previous race, now sits on pole position by half a second from the rest of the field. I mean, kudos to her, I can't argue with that. Betes again second, Moreira again in third, and then we have Wattenberg, Kara, Katzenberg, Soyle, Brown with a very good qualifying result. Johnson, Pearson, Tander, Fahuri, Van der Velde, Arbelest, Manzanares, Carrasco, Van der Velde, Romano, Moreira, Alawi, Zaridis, Di San Marino, Wilhelm, Aguirre, Valiak, Gallagher, Verwisch, Kaminski, Castillejo, De Jong, Svoboda, Berge, Keith, Stöner, Nawawi, Iwasaki, Gaizu, and William Royce rounds off the field. And yeah, off to you, Miran.
Yes, as we're going to get underway for race 2 here at Monaco, Gabriela Janeczkova on pole position with Ratko Betes in second as we're underway. Good start for Ratko Betes there in second, and he's immediately going to go to the Czech drivers outside. Not quite, he's still there as Moreira's trying to get involved there as well, but the two will be wheel to wheel heading up the hill as Betes is going to have the inside on. He should be able to take the lead just like he did on Olli Katzenberg in the first race, but no, Janeczkova, the rookie, does defend from Ratko Betes.
Janeczkova, great stuff there, that is really impressive. To defend from Betes. Moreira drops down to fourth, sorry, might drop down to fifth as Kara very aggressively there, trying to make moves. Ooh, that is aggressive from Ollie, hits two cars in one corner. Not what you want. Soyle making very aggressive moves. Two of the campus cars having a bit of contact through the hairpin. Tander to the inside of Mitch Johnson, the two Australians collide as it is Soyle now with the better exit, flying through Tander. Tander gets a bit of a squeeze, they're still side by side, and there you go. It's all done. Now Tander though, still a bit of a touch there. Nothing more happening. Katzenberg trying to get a better run. Moreira stuck behind Wattenberg, but it is still... Look at the gap they have compared to the rest of the field. Betes and Janeczkova flew away.
I have to say, it is a really impressive performance from the Czech driver as Van der Velde is having a look on the inside line of Al Fakhouri through the chicane. And heading into La Rascas, he's going to be there on the inside line. He's going to go for Pearson as well, but he bumps David and he gets himself past two cars, I do think.
And yeah, he does, and Mitch Johnson got damage. Let's see what happens.
Piece together the information.
Oh.
Oh, that's sloppy.
That is just...
It's such a tight gap, so when you go for it, there's... Oh, I think that was a slide from...
Yeah, that was Van der Velde getting the move completed.
Yeah, I think... what was I about to say? It's such a tight gap when you go for it into La Rascas, as Betes is taking the lead.
Yeah, speaking of going into Rascas, Betes, no prisoners taken. He wants to go for the double whammy today.
Yeah, nice stuff from Betes then once again. We'll see if Janeczkova is going to be able to keep up with the Serbian. As there is Al Fakhouri and Hayden Arbelas going side by side. Ismail might lose another position, but there's
Manzanares.
Yes, Manzanares is going to go for it on the Campos driver, but Arbelas with the late braking maneuver will get it.
Did you see that?
I did. As I think there's a move there on Enzo Moreira. I think the other Enzo van der Valle was trying it on the Portuguese driver, but Moreira having none of it.
Arbelest and Fahuri side by side. Nice defense there from Ismail. That's a yellow flag though. Oh no!
Oh my goodness! It's Betes in the wall!
He's not gonna take the double whammy anymore, that is for sure. What happened here? Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, that is... Yeah, Janeczkova is going for the penalty streak. As that is an easy 5-second time penalty for Janeczkova. That is just pathetic. Ooh. Naughty. Very naughty. I understand going for a gap that doesn't exist, but this kind of just... Well, whilst Betes was lucky with Katzenberg, he wasn't lucky with himself really, and that is Betes stuck, and he might reverse. Yeah, he's starting to reverse. He has no front wing though. He's causing a bit of a ruckus here as the car's compiling. Oh yeah, and there we go. It's happened immediately. That is plenty of damage into this bit of circuit, and we're gonna see what happens to Carl Wilhelm. So Wilhelm gets... So Wilhelm doesn't react on time, Di San Marino hits him, and this is just a racing incident because everyone just stacked up here. Svoboda, oh no. Svoboda hits the wall, and then, because it was so tightly packed, nothing could have been done. Luckily though, no further damage by the looks of it.
Yeah, that's...
No, never mind, Manzanares is out.
Oh dear, and yeah, Betis is involved in all that as well, but this is not good.
What did he do? Oh.
That's on him.
You know... Oh, this reminds me of the, I don't know if you watched the Freca race at Monaco last year.
Yeah, I did watch it.
I think we might have to restart this one.
I would say so.
Yeah, we're gonna have to restart the race. So.
They've Manzanares and Svoboda have essentially... I'm not even joking. That's an actual police roadblock.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's impressive.
That is really impressive. I have no idea how you managed to do that.
To be fair, this is looking like it might space itself out.
But I feel like the leaders are about to come around.
The leaders are slowly coming through, but let's see the situation evolve. Okay, no, we're gonna restart. Yeah, great. Monaco. I mean, to be fair though, it's been all fine up until that moment.
Yeah. Okay, as we're on the way once again then for Monaco, and a good start for Betes once again. Immediately he's going to charge into the race lead as Janeczkova and Betes go side by side heading into Saint-Devote. Betes does get the better run on the outside line and immediately takes the lead of the race from Gabriela Janeczkova as Miguel Moreira. Yeah, Moreira there in third is going to go for it as well, and up into second goes the Portuguese driver.
Yeah, Moreira with a very good start here. There you go, finally did it cleanly. So unable to make any moves. That is Pearson trying to get onto Johnson with a very aggressive attempt. Van der Velde in the background also trying to get through Al Fahuri, but Al Fahuri turns defense into offense. That was one of my favorite sayings as he gets Pearson on the outside. Pearson gets a bit of oversteer through the corner, still tries to make it side by side, gets put into the wall by the Egyptian driver, and now the Speedway racing car is fully in front. Moreira not really close to Betes, not really having that gap. Katzenberg, Wattenberg, Brown. It feels so weird to see Henry J. Brown so high up here, but so happy for him.
Yeah, it feels, it's a nice feeling at least, as Ari Soilu does get past him, and Johnson's going to go on to the Portuguese driver as well, losing a few positions, but they're going to be side by side through the chicane, and heading into La Rascas. It's going to be Brown on the inside line who's going to try to force his way past and defend from the Australian as they go wheel to wheel, still side by side, heading down the start-finish straight. Great battle between these two drivers, as it's going to be Brown on the inside line heading into Saint-Devote, who's going to be later on the brakes. They're just about equal, but I think it's going to be Johnson who gets the better exit up the hill, and he is going to get past Henry J. Brown. Great battle.
Yeah, to do that in the streets of Monaco, but look at that, Brown doesn't look like he's done. He thought about making a move into the casino, but it didn't quite work. My days, to have a battle like that in Monaco through what? Pretty much the whole sector. Kudos to all of them.
Yeah, as we're gonna head down the tunnel on board with Janečkova. Moreira is trying to chase down a very, very dominant Ratko Betes at the moment.
Just shuffling down the order, and Wilhelm getting close to Said. Oh, a bit too close there. Nearly causes a pile-up of Tamer de Jong's magnitude there. Speaking of
Yeah, Zarilis gonna go onto Wilhelm. He's gonna try it around the outside of the Brit, but Kyle should have the easier time defending, and he is gonna stay in his position.
The hill here, no, not much change is being done. The top pack is pretty evenly spread out, as you would expect from Monaco. Overtaking is hard, and it's not something easy, and that's damage to Kaminski.
That's what we do fear at Monaco. I think this must have been...
He must have been into Raskas. Let's see, on board with the high-tech. Oof.
Yeah. It's a bit sloppy. And Stuner does barge his way past Nawawi as well. So, a bit of battling will be kicked off, obviously, considering everyone's going to be stuck behind.
Oh my
Kaminski
god,
up ahead.
Castillejo with a move of a century, it failed. But I really can sense he's eager to get through Kaminski in front. But yeah, pretty calm situation in the field now. From the hairpin, not many overtakes being done. And back to the race lead battle, it is still Betes and Moreira as they kind of punched a hole between themselves and Janečkova, leaving the Czech woman to be in a world of her own. Then you have a pack, a train behind Wattenberg and Katzenberg. As Miran, are you there? I can't hear it.
Yeah, hello. I'm sorry. As there is Janečkova down the inside of Miguel Moreira. Bit cleaner move this time compared to the last one, but it's going to be Janečkova up at the second.
Yeah, very nice stuff from the Czech driver. Pearson thinks about making a move on Hayden Arbalest. It's not going to work. Yeah, hits the wall. No damage, luckily, there. Not many moves being made in move. I think the driver's realising this is a 12-minute race. Calmed down a bit. As Castillejo is not calm, he's going to send it on to Kaminski. Kaminski pulls to the pits. And this prompts Berger to make a move on Nawawi. The high-tech cars dropping down the order like a stone in water.
Yeah, not a good day in the office for high-tech, as Matthew Wattenberg and a few guys behind there have caught up to these guys, actually. I think Moreira is stuck behind Janečkova.
As on the radio, Johnson was told to defend from Brown, as I think he's doing that pretty well, making a gap. NJ Brown finally doing decently in the car of his, defending from Alfa Curry, but he's creating a massive train of cars as the race leaders piling into La Rascas now. Any brave souls wanting to give us some action here? Let's see.
I wouldn't say so at the moment. Ooh, is that Arbalest having a look on Alfa Curry? I think it was, but it didn't work for the Dutch rookie.
Yeah, he tried to spearhead his way through and didn't quite manage to make it stick. As Tamer de Jong, that car does not look good. I think he's lost all of the confidence he might have had with that crash. Maybe the setup got completely undone because of it, but whatever it is, he has no pace here. The LMS Championship leader, mind you.
Yeah, fair enough, but it's a shame to see him that far down low, as we're on board with Matthew Wattenberg in the black and gold. Very, very nice looking Lotus car.
Yeah, JPS liveries, I think the best Lotus liveries. At least the black and gold colour combo. It just evokes certain emotions in you when you see them.
It's iconic, to say the least. As Janečkova has now caught up to the back of Ratko Betes. We could have Janečkova v Betes round 2.
Yeah, she's really close to the back of that Williams car. I'm curious to see. Yeah, it's going to be a move. It's a... Oh, no. Oh, that's damage to
and it's
Yannichkova.
happened again.
It's happened immediately. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. That's not going to work. And that's Yannichkova not going to be able to score points for the second race in a row here. That is not what you want. And Yannichkova now...
Again, it's
Look at this. She's working on behalf of Bettis because the pack is just going to be piling behind her as she lacks the necessary downforce.
Yeah, everyone's going to try to get past. Moreira does get past, so does Wattenberg. Katzenberg not as lucky as he's trying to find a way past. Yannichkova is trying to defend from all these people without a front wing, and it's going to cause a bit of a ruckus as Ari Soilu is going to go to the inside line of Jack Cara. He himself loses out as Johnson, and even Brown will get past him.
Soilu unlucky there with his move placement. Bettis on the radio saying some people do not belong on the track, referencing Yannichkova. That is a hard comment, but Bettis usually delivers those. That's what you expect from the Serbian driver at this rate.
Yeah, Bettis has, despite the fact he's been leading this championship quite dominantly, he's had a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, they're definitely not making it easy for him as Arbalest has a bit of damage there. The brake cover, the braking system, they're getting reviewed, but I don't think that's anything serious. You don't pit for that, it doesn't get fixed. A stander goes for Van der Velde, Van der Velde goes for Pearson. The Belgian driver does get through. Di San Marino, Romano getting a bit of contact there. Wilhelm trying to get through Alalui. Doesn't really work, and that is Zarilis and Wilhelm side by side. Wilhelm has such powerful slipstream here. Zarilis though still finds a gap and it doesn't go through.
Yeah, nice battling in the midfield at least, as Bettis will now have to fend off Moreira and Wattenberg here at Monaco.
I have to say though, Matthew Wattenberg finally showing some real pace here after not the best of an IndyCar season. He won one race and then the panel's chassis got absolutely destroyed, nerfed, BOP'd, call it whatever you want, but it's not a happy car as Moreira already looking for the space to overtake Ratko Bettis here. Not an easy task definitely, but I think Moreira has the pace to definitely challenge the Serbian in the dying stages of this race. We'll have around like 2 more laps left here as Moreira and Seidel we are battling, but as Wattenberg out of nowhere sending it on to Moreira side by side into the final corner. It is going to be Matthew Wattenberg taking the race lead, and that's a massive time loss to Ratko Bettis. Katzenberg slowly catching up to this little pack here as well. It will get spicy as the race comes to an end. That's Alaloui now trying to get through the San Marino. Doesn't really do it. Vervish on the outside of Zarilis. Yanni defends, and that is not an overtake completed. And that's Tamer. Oh my days.
Things just do not seem to go right for the Dutchman.
Let's see what happened. I mean, they definitely... Oh, no. That is on him. I think he's lost all motivation to drive.
It's just like Manzanares did it a few laps, or I think it was the previous race.
Yeah.
But Matthew Wattenberg, gap is under a second to Ratko Bettis.
Yeah, Wattenberg is starting to push, he's starting to catch up, and look at this, Bettis with a poor exit into the tunnel, and immediately Wattenberg uses that to his advantage. He's in the slipstream now, so with around 1 lap to go, I think the Lotus car, and the team that also Bettis drove for, is gonna have a fun ride here. Let's see. It's once again Williams versus Lotus in MMS. Who would have thought? For the race lead at Monaco. Is it going to be Ratko Bettis or is it going to be Matthew Wattenberg and maybe even Miguel Moreira, as Wattenberg already goes for it, but it's too early. It's too early. He hits the wall. That probably is some sizable damage. He hits the wall again, but he's super close. It's gonna happen next lap, and it will be a tight affair. As Moreira has to worry about Ollie Katzenberg because the German has got up Jack Cara in the background. A quiet horse of this race, I have to say.
Yeah, we'll see what he's going to be able to pull out of the bag in this final lap. He's currently behind Ollie Katzenberg. For fourth, Katzenberg himself is going to try it on the inside. On Miguel Moreira, opportunistic overtake from the German, and let's see if he's going to let's see if that's going to work for him as he's going to try to get up into the podium. He's going to go into Wattenberg as well.
Katzenberg is absolutely flying here. He is not wasting any time. He blocks Moreira on the apex. He doesn't get Wattenberg, but he got Moreira, and he has the pace. I think we cannot count Katzenberg from taking the lead of the race now. That is some amazing pace from the German there.
I don't think he has enough time to do it, though. That was probably his last attempt to try and get up into second, and unless he's going to try into La Rascas, I don't think the lead is going to be his. As there's Johnson and Cara, and Brown is going to try to slip past the Australian, and he does so.
Yeah, Brown, amazing move there. As here we go, Bettis has flown away through the swimming pool, and I think it's all over. I think it's going to be a double victory for Radko Bettis as he rounds off the two final corners here. Easy does it. Nothing else looks like he's going to happen apart from Soilu. But here we go. Through the final corner, onto the main straight. Radko Bettis wins the feature race. He wins the Monaco EFO Grand Prix. He's dominated it all, and he's taken all that could have been taken.
Yeah, lovely stuff from Radko Bettis. Pushed on the third to take two great wins. Really has to be said, he's the best driver on the field.
Yeah, no doubt about that. As Royce lost touch there with the field. Held up Yachkova though. No penalties this race, but there you go, Kaminski and Tamer de Jong in disgrace, really, I think, I have to say. He's had pace, he scored a podium this season. But here we go, de Jong out of the final corner. Sorry, through the main straight, he finishes the race. Ari Soler gets the fastest lap, and there is your double race winner, Radko Bettis. And I think the affair of driver of the day is going to be a simple one, isn't it?
Who else can we give it to, really?
I mean, you know what? I wanted to give it to Wilhelm for his performance in the first race, because he done really well, but the second race, he lacked a bit of skill. So I would have to say, yeah, Bettis gets it. I am going to be a bit bold, and I'm going to say Henry J. Brown. Because I think he qualified really well in both races. I think this race he did really well. He defended from a bunch of drivers. He was up there and almost in the lead pack at some point. So I think he did a fantastic job. So he gets my driver of the day. That is a bold prediction, but I'm for it. We like those ones. So next race on this wicked wild ride that is EFO is the magical Hockenheimring track for the German Grand Prix. Always a goodie. Yes. Has produced exciting races in the past. No reason why it shouldn't again. Especially with EFO, if how tight the field is. Definitely inbound for some good races. So guys, without further ado, we're going to go for the Formula 1 session in around 5 minutes. And thank you so much for watching. Bye. Yeah, I've been Kai, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.